Ward is a brand that I've been interested in for a long time now. They're a brand with a massive following and a particularly large following considering how relatively young the company is. I believe they're right around 15 years old now. I've been wanting to add a Christopher Ward to my own personal collection for a while, but in the meantime, I decided to reach out to see if they might lend one into the channel for us to take a look at together. They were very quick to respond, and within a few days, I was unboxing the C60 Trident Pro. You might have seen that video a week or two back. I have to say I had very high expectations on this watch. I'd read some articles, I'd watched a lot of YouTube reviews on the watch, and happy to report that my expectations have been exceeded. So enough looking at me, let's take a look at the Christopher Ward. First up, a couple of things that impressed that I was somewhat aware of, but one being the presentation. I went through all of that in the unboxing and won't rehash it today, but they make it an experience when you first get the watch. And I know the packaging ends up in a stack of watch boxes in the closet or wherever you happen to keep them, but I still really like that. Second is their warranty. Christopher Ward has what they call their 60/60 guarantee. You have 60 days to return the watch if you aren't completely satisfied. That alone is huge with making purchases like this online. You also have a 60-month or 5-year warranty, and that's a really good indicator you're dealing with a brand that stands behind their products, so props to them for that. The cost of the watch starts at $795 US for this model on the hybrid strap, goes up to $895 on bracelet. There's several colorways, but another thing that they've done with these that so many people ask for from brands but rarely get is size options. These are available in 38, 40, and 42 millimeters, so there's a C60 for every wrist size. The model I have here is 42, and for my 7¼ inch wrist, it wears great. Since we're talking size options, I'll keep going with the rest of the dimensions. Again, the case width comes in at 42 millimeters on this model. I put the calipers on it, and it is spot on at 42. Lug to lug is 49 millimeters. The lug opening is 22 millimeters, and the thickness is a little over 13.5 millimeters. Considering the water resistance is a massive 600 meters, the case isn't so massive at all, particularly the thickness, which can get a little chunky on watches with a big water resistance like this. The crystal is sapphire with an anti-reflective coating. The watch is running the Sellita SW200 movement. I'm not sure what Christopher Ward does with their movements in terms of regulation, but I've had the watch for 12 days now. It's gained only around 55 seconds, so just over 4.5 seconds a day. That's just on wrist, and with a couple of those days over the 12 in the watch box, but still pretty impressive. The dial is a really good shade of blue. It's sporty, but kind of elegant in a way too. I know not everyone is a fan of the branding, the Christopher Ward text at the 9, but I never had a problem with that. If it's not for you, it's not for you, but I don't mind it. Up at the 12, we have the ghosted logo. At 9 is the date, and above the 6 is the text automatic in white and the water resistance in red. We have applied hour markers and a really well finished handset with the polished edges and brushed center portion. I like the older hour hand on previous models, but I'm digging this new handset too. The lume has been improved over older Trident models, and guys, this watch is a torch. The lume is heavily applied. Not only heavily applied, but evenly applied. It's strong, long-lasting, and I always love a fully lumed bezel like this too, so totally nailed it in the lume department. The bezel, from what I understand, has also been improved from the older generations. I've tried some of the older models, and without having one here to compare, I can't say, but the action is very satisfying, both to the touch and the ear. The best bezel action I found in any diver was my Black Bay, which unfortunately I did let go a while back, but this isn't all that far off. The insert is a high polished ceramic, so although it's got quite the tooly spec sheet, it's got a bit of bling too. The case is finished to a high quality, beautiful side profile here with some really nice lines. I like how the polished edge here sort of widens out and makes the entire top of the crown guards polished. The crown is signed with the Christopher Ward logo. It's easy to grip, unscrew. We've got a smooth winding action and grabs the thread smoothly when you screw it back in. The case back is deeply stamped with the Trident logo. I really like the way they did the longer notches. If ever you needed to open the case back, it's definitely going to be easier to get your case back opener in there with less likelihood of scratching it than the usual smaller notches on most typical case backs. So it's functional, but it looks kind of cool too. The strap is a hybrid canvas strap backed with rubber, so totally suitable for taking in the pool or the ocean. They are quick release, as is the bracelet model for quick and easy strap changes. I haven't seen the new bracelets in person, but they have a pretty slick adjustable clasp. If I were buying this, I would probably go with bracelet, but there's nothing wrong at all with the strap either. Now, I've been wearing this fairly consistently since I've had it, and even with a run of really humid and hot weather up to 34 degrees Celsius, the watch on this strap is worn perfectly. Hasn't felt too sweaty or uncomfortable, so I think this will be a really good combination for summertime or vacations. It's comfortable with the case conforming just right to the wrist. So final verdict for me is it's a winner on pretty well all fronts. I love the option for different sizes. The 60/60 guarantee is excellent, and the value is here in a big way. At this price of under $800, I'm having trouble thinking of any Swiss-made watch with this kind of build quality and spec sheet that'll stand up to it. Christopher Ward definitely has a future customer in me, so I just wanted to close out by thanking CW for lending in the watch. Look forward to seeing more in the future. Thanks to you guys for stopping by for a few minutes of your time. Be safe out there, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.